Chapter 1: A New Dawn. The sharp, resonant crack of the gavel echoed through the courtroom, marking the beginning of an uncharted life behind bars. Malik, a once promising artist, felt the weight of the verdict settle on his shoulders like a dark shroud. In his diary, he scribbled, "This isn't the end. It's a chapter I never wanted to write." Clara, a fiercely independent woman, glared at the judge, her spirit unbroken as she reflected, "They may have taken my freedom, but they can't take my will to fight." Jesse, still processing the reality of his surroundings, wrote, "I'm here to change, but change is hard when the world feels so far away." Meanwhile, elderly Paul, weathered by time, observed the newcomers with a somber wisdom. "Every soul behind these walls is a story waiting to be told," he penned, setting the stage for their intertwined journeys of lost dreams and the flickering hope for redemption. Chapter 2: The Routine. The clang of metal doors reverberates through Grayson Penitentiary, a stark reminder of the structured monotony that defines life behind bars. Malik's diary entry captures the cacophony. "Each dawn, I'm awoken by the same piercing whistle. My body is shackled to this bleak routine." Clara reflects on the unwritten laws, noting, "Respect is the currency here. A nod, a wave, small gestures that can forge alliances or draw lines." Jesse writes of the boredom that haunts every corner, contrasting his past gang life with the drudgery of prison existence. "I used to thrive on chaos, but now silence drips like molasses." Meanwhile, Paul finds solace in the rhythm of routine, cherishing the moments of clarity among the chaos. There's a strange comfort in predictability. It's the only thing that feels real. As their voices intertwine, listeners experience the heavy burden of confinement, tempered by glimmers of resilience and determination. Chapter 3: Bonds of Brotherhood. As the sun dips below the prison walls, the atmosphere within Grayson Penitentiary shifts. An unlikely camaraderie begins to blossom among the inmates. Malik finds solace in painting murals that express untold emotions, igniting a spark in Jesse, who tentatively picks up a brush for the first time. "Art frees me from these walls," Malik writes in his diary, as Jesse adds, "For the first time I see my potential." Clara, once a lone wolf, steps up to lead activities for younger inmates, fostering a sense of hope and direction. Together they share laughter over meager meals and whisper secrets during late-night conversations, building a network of support that transcends their circumstances. "In here, we are more than our past mistakes," Clara reflects, her words dripping with newfound purpose. Within these cold stone walls, the warmth of brotherhood offers an unexpected glimpse of freedom, a reminder that humanity thrives even in the darkest places. Chapter 4: The Echoes of the Past. As the sun sets over Grayson Penitentiary, shadows of their former selves emerge in the flickering light. Malik's diary entry transports us to a sunlit studio where he once painted dreams of freedom. The laughter of friends echoes in his mind, but now he confronts the stark reality of his confinement. Clara reflects on her turbulent childhood, the moment she felt trapped in a cycle of despair. The ghostly sounds of arguments haunt her thoughts, underscoring the weight of her past decisions. Jesse remembers the allure of gang life, the thrill mingled with regret, and the cries of lost friends push him to seek redemption. Elderly Paul, with his weathered hands, recalls his family's disappointment, vowing to break the cycle for future generations. These poignant flashbacks intertwine, creating a rich tapestry of loss and longing, reminding them that while they may be behind bars, their pasts remain vivid, shaping their paths toward redemption. Chapter 5: Redemption Road. In the quiet confines of the prison chapel, Malik discovers an unexpected refuge through the art program. His diary entry reflects the cathartic power of creativity, where paintbrush strokes allow him to express the tumult of his past. Jesse, inspired by Malik's talent, begins to explore music, penning lyrics that convey his struggles and dreams. Clara transforms from a silenced inmate to a fierce advocate for change, her writings detailing the importance of mentorship and how guiding younger inmates gives her a sense of purpose. Each diary entry captures moments of small victories, the joy of hosting an art exhibition, the resonance of songs shared among friends, and the warmth of community when they gather for discussions on reform. Through these experiences, the characters find that redemption is not just a destination, but a continuous journey, a path shaped by resilience, hope, and the unyielding light of possibility in dark times. Chapter 6. Redemption Road. In the dim light of the prison chapel, the sound of strumming guitars fills the air, weaving a tapestry of hope amidst despair. Malik's diary entry reveals how the art and music programs have ignited a flicker of creativity in the hearts of many inmates. Each stroke of the brush, each note that rings out, feels like reclaiming a piece of my past, he writes, capturing the profound impact of self-expression on their paths to redemption. Clara's entries reflect her evolution from inmate to advocate, as she begins organizing workshops that empower others through art, illustrating the potential for transformation even within these walls. As she pens her thoughts on the power of mentorship, her vision for reform takes root, instilling resilience among her peers. Together, they stand at the crossroads of potential, each heartbeat resonating with the belief that redemption is not just a destination, but a journey worth pursuing. Chapter 7. Inside the Walls, Outside the World. The faint sound of news reports filters through the prison walls, sparking a flicker of hope among the inmates. Malik's diary entry reflects the buzz surrounding potential justice reforms, igniting conversations in the yard about second chances. He wonders aloud if the world will view them differently once they are free. Clara, inspired by the news, pens her thoughts on the importance of advocating for change. She dreams of a life beyond these concrete walls, where she can fight for others like her. Jesse grapples with his fear of returning to a society that scorns ex-offenders. The weight of stigma hangs heavy. "What if no one wants me?" he writes, opening the door to vulnerability. Paul's entry serves as a reminder of resilience. He encourages the younger inmates to focus on growth and self-worth. Amidst fear and uncertainty, the air inside Grayson Penitentiary crackles with tentative optimism, revealing a profound shift in identity and purpose. Chapter 8. Conflict and Confrontation. The echoes of Grayson Penitentiary buzz with tension as conflicts begin to simmer beneath the surface. Inmates clash over territory within the yard, fueled by old rivalries and misunderstandings, a reminder that even in confined spaces, the human spirit can be combative. Malik's diary entry reveals his internal struggle. He wrestles with a desire to protect his newfound friendships while confronting the harsh realities of prison life. Jesse finds himself caught in the crossfire, torn between allegiance to his old gang and the path of transformation he's begun with Malik. Clara steps in as a mediator, determined to uphold the bonds they've forged, while Paul reflects on the consequences of actions taken in haste. Through emotion-laden diary entries, our characters explore the complexities of conflict resolution, illuminating the delicate balance between survival and camaraderie. In this volatile environment, they discover the necessity of confronting their differences and ultimately the power of forgiveness. Chapter 9. The Power of Forgiveness. In the stillness of a dimly lit cell, Malik's diary entry unfolds with raw vulnerability. He reflects on the weight of resentment he has carried like an anchor, weighing down his spirit. "Forgiveness isn't forgetting," he writes. "It's letting go of the hurt. I can't change the past, but I can choose how it influences my future." Clara, too, grapples with her ghosts. Her entry reveals a poignant moment when she confronted a former friend's betrayal, leading her to realize that harboring anger only prolongs her suffering. Jesse shares a surprising revelation. Through art therapy sessions, he finds a path to forgive those who wronged him in the gang. In a magical moment, the three gather to discuss their journeys, each discovering that the true power of forgiveness lies not in the absolution of others, but in the freedom it brings to themselves. They embrace the profound sense of release, beginning to heal wounds that had long haunted them. Chapter 10. Hope and Despair. As the seasons shift within the prison yard, the atmosphere grows tense. Malik watches the walls that confine him, grappling with the hope of freedom being obscured by impending setbacks. In his diary, he writes about the wavering anticipation for his parole hearing, a flicker of daylight piercing the oppressive gloom of incarceration. Across the cell block, Jesse wrestles with temptation as familiar faces from his past resurface, reminding him of the life he craved before his arrest. Clara, feeling the weight of both her advocacy efforts and potential release, scribbles anxiously about the duality of hope and despair. She knows that societal stigmas may hinder her journey ahead. The entries reveal a profound emotional turmoil among the characters, showcasing their yearning for freedom while grappling with the reality of their circumstances. Each diary becomes a testament to the conflicting desires that are both a burden and a catalyst for transformation. Chapter 11. Turning Points. As the tension deepens within the walls of Grayson Penitentiary, each character stands at a crossroads that could redefine their futures. Malik meticulously prepares for his parole hearing, poring over his diary entries, each word a testament to his journey toward redemption. Meanwhile, Jesse feels the pull of old temptations, a shadowy figure from his past whispering promises of power and acceptance that threaten to unravel his progress. Clara faces a critical decision. Should she advocate for reform from within, risking her newfound status as a mentor, or push for broader change from the outside, potentially losing her support network? Each diary entry resonates with urgency, reflecting not only personal aspirations, but also the weight of hope and uncertainty. With every choice, the stakes escalate, shaping their paths toward liberation or entrapment, urging them to confront not just their pasts, but the very essence of who they wish to become. Navshar, Chapter 12, The Final Entry. As the sun rises dimly over Grayson Penitentiary, the atmosphere is tinged with anticipation and anxiety. Malik sits at his small desk, pen poised above paper, pouring his heart into his final diary entry. Today could change everything, he writes, reflecting on the long road he's traveled since the courtroom gavel sentenced him to this place. He contemplates freedom, not just as an escape from these walls, but as a chance to rebuild his identity. In another cell, Clara closes her eyes, recalling her journey from anger to advocacy. She writes about her dreams of sparking change, both for herself and others still confined. Jesse wrestles with fear, recalling the temptations he has faced, yet he also acknowledges the dreams he can't ignore. In their shared solitude, each character understands the bittersweet nature of liberation, how leaving might mean saying goodbye to bonds forged in adversity. Their final entries reflect both hope and heartache, each expressing a yearning for a brighter tomorrow outside the bars. Chapter 13, Behind the Gates. As the final day at Grayson Penitentiary dawns, the atmosphere is charged with a mix of excitement and dread. The stark metal doors of the prison swing open, ushering in a rush of fresh air. Malik, Clara, Jesse, and Paul gather one last time in the recreation yard, where laughter and tears intermingle. Each character reflects on the bonds they've formed, realizing the profound impact of their shared experiences. In quiet moments, they exchange addresses, pledges to stay connected, and muted fears of the outside world creeping in. Diary entries capture their final thoughts. Malik holds on to his art as a lifeline. Clara vows to advocate for change. Jesse battles the allure of old temptations, and Paul savors the wisdom gained from time served. As they step through the gates, the weight of the past mingles with a flicker of hope, marking the end of one chapter and the uncertain beginning of another.